Greetings, greetings. This is Body-Culinary. Sending you all warm, positive greetings. So I'm welcoming you into my into Kwasi's House of Love, into my food prep area, into my kitchen. And today, I'm going to be making some Noni fruit juice. Noni fruit juice. So this is a really, really ripe one. So this, you know how much this stuff costs in the States for the juice of this? So a dear friend of mine, she had this, she shared this off of her tree. So when it's not ripe, it's really, really hard. It's also known as a cheesy fruit because it has like a real distinct cheesy scent, even though it's a fruit. So, woo, it's not one of them delectable. Ooh, I don't want the juice to fall out. I'm gonna bust it open so you can see the seeds. So this is really makes a really beautiful probiotic. It's super duper expensive in the States. This is super ripe. So I'm going to go ahead and make some of the juice. Ooh, it has a really distinct scent. So I just put some filtered water from my filter, and I have a whole bunch of the noni fruit here inside of the vitamin. So I'm going to blend that up. So I got a lot of things going on here as per usual in my food prep area. Got up early. With a lot of women and young women folk, 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. Everyone got their workouts done. And so stuff is clean, and I'm doing food prep. So the what I eat in a day video of food prep is a little different for me as to what I see people do on YouTube. I like to go with my own vibe, and I like to move with spirit in the food prep area. That being said, my sister just bought in a couple of the papayas from our tree. Ooh, this came from our tree from fruit that we ate. And it's got to be, how many on that tree? It's maybe about 20 more papayas. So again, this is from fruit that we ate. So to me, it's like really beautiful to watch something go from a seed, something that you ate, to something that's coming out of the garden that you can eat. So Mother Nature's growing it, but we're helping to cultivate it and stuff like that. And this is also beauty food. This is beauty food, right? So good for your digestion, has the pain, digestion enzyme. Plus, it's lovely nurtured by 2 sisters, right? So we got a bunch more coming off my tree. So I wanted to share that. And then also, I don't want to get that noni fruit smell on everything. We have some crackers, right? So these are what I would call fruit crackers. So if you scroll back to yesterday, I put up a couple of videos. Look at these crackers, and it's subtly sweet. There's no sugar, no agave, no honey, none of that in here. So I could have had them in bigger squares to use like a flatbread, right? But I got quite a few for when you want to munch something. So no sugar, no sweetener or whatever. I can pair that with something savory because avocado is still in season. But this was from the pulp. Oh, this is from the pulp from that delicious juice. That juice was super duper delicioso. So remember yesterday was 1 carrot, 1 beet, ginger, pineapple, and then I took half of the soursop and mixed it. Super duper delicious, right? And let me show you these really cute pineapples that I got from somebody who I really, really like. So these are so cute. There's so many different varieties. Oh my God. This smells, oh my gosh, like if you were to go into the oil shop and buy some pineapple, this smells like pineapple perfume. Hey, greetings, Landon. Thank you so much. So these are so cute. Guess how much I got these for? So I got 3 of these for about $2.50, and they're different types. A really dear friend of mine showed me how to pick pineapples. There's so many different varieties of pineapples, mangoes, and mango, and avocados. So many different varieties. So this one you see is kind of flat to the skin, and also this color. When you see the color, you know that these are sweet. Quite often in the States, a lot of the pineapple is so acidic. It's picked when it's not ripe, and it can have a tendency to make your gums and your mouth bleed when you're eating a lot of pineapple that's not sweet. So here, a lot of this fruit it ripens very quickly. So because of the heat, right? So it's sun cooked. So no, at this point in my life, I don't have a stove, but I came up with a stove, raised on flesh. I was junk food junkie, but no more because nature's giving me so many treats. I don't need to cheat, right? So I got 3 of these for $2.50. And I just shared half one of these with my sister. These are delicious. So when I'm thinking workout, post-workout, all that other stuff, or what I like to call vigorous, joyous movement, these are the kinds of things that I'm eating, right? Beauty food is cruelty-free, and it's cruelty-free to my own reproductive organs, to my brain, to my arteries, and then, of course, I want to expand it out to everybody else, right? So these were a really great deal. And we got some really delicious mangoes from another brethren. So we have apple mangoes and guayaba mangoes. And I don't know, is this a tani mango? This might be a tani mango, but it's so many mangoes over here. It's ridiculous, right? So I'm just doing my organic food prep before I go to Capoeira. Yay! Love Capoeira. So let me just show y'all what's going on, because people always be asking, what do you eat? What do you eat? What do you eat? I eat food I like to eat, right? I'd probably be obese. So I have all kinds of sprouts over here. So I'm going to do some with the kale. I have some sprouting berries right here, going in the dishes that my sister likes. I don't know if you can see that. So those are wheat berries. I'm soaking some tamarind here for tamarind juice, right? Wheat berries, I'm going to soak these chickpeas. I'm going to pour that soap water off. It's hot before it ferments. And then I have tamarind soaking, and I have lentejas, or lentils that are soaking. So we're doing the old school style over here. It's like it might be new to us because a lot has been dropped. So even though my grandma Lou wasn't vegan or vegetarian, I'll say quite often, first of all, because she was the most pleasant and present human being I have ever met. But she's my inspiration for adding on to the traditions that I received from the Afro and Afro-American side of my family, that Southern down-home taste, and then also the Caribbean, the Asian side, right? So I like to take all of those flavors, the collard greens and the black-eyed peas and my grandma Lou's hot pepper sauce, and I'll take all of those flavors, but I just, I'm adding on to the tradition, and for me, an upgrade in terms of not frying everything in oil. I'm not frying, I'm not using white flour, so I'm using the whole grain. So if you see, like, with the whole grains here, right? See, here's a good distinction. I love distinctions. One thing you know about me, I love distinctions. If you eat this whole grain, right, when we think of bread, you're going to poop. If you eat it when it's totally refined and that outer hull has been removed off of it, right, it's kind of like sticking, like, remember making Play-Doh in school? It's kind of like clogging up your intestines with glue, right? And then also, you can also see how the food behaves. So once you see how the food behaves, it really makes you wonder, do you think industry is throwing a lot of this stuff, out in the garbage if it's not the best quality? So I like to say the food is talking to you. So some people may consider it a drag. To me, it's good quality time spent with yourself. So I've got a nice breeze coming in here, which is great because it is hot. So we do have the fruit crackers, if I wanted something to munch on. And then I have all of this other stuff that I'm going to prep. So what do I have here? And I want to use stuff up. I want to make sure that I'm maximizing the time I spend, whether I'm growing something in the garden. Ooh, that breeze feels nice. Or if I'm going and lugging home 6 bags of produce on my bicycle up them hills. And I want to make sure that I'm using everything. So I'm going to use these bananas. They ripen very quickly. I'm going to use this beet, which I just peeled. I'm going to use the okra, right? The yellow pepper, white onion, red onion, the chayote, the chocho, or chayote. I just peeled these, and carrots. I'm going to use this, and the papaya, and the ginger. I'm stacking on ginger, and I still have all these chia seeds that I'm going to use. So then I have some lettuce, which I already started eating. Some mushroom and cucumbers, which I got a really great deal on from a farmer here. So when I'm food prepping, sometimes I'll do a recipe, but a lot of times I look at what's there. Mise en place, as they would say in Culinary School, but I'll put everything together and then I'll create from there. Sometimes I'll remember recipes and upgrade on them, and sometimes I won't. So I'm going to give you a quick glimpse of some of the wraps I'm making, and then I'm going to get grooving, make the stuff, go pick up my stuff for Capoeira, and I'm heading over to Capoeira. I'll show you one more thing. So you may have seen these on one of my posts. I have several different varieties I do, which I call better than bread. So, interesting, I don't crave a lot of dried things, but every now and then making a wrap, I like to think, when I go out, I like to usually bring food to share. So I can stuff that with any number of things, right? And I've also done those out in the sun on different trays, like what you would put in the bottom of the oven, right? Those trays, I'll take them and put them on a cookie sheet and put my wraps on it, cover it with a screen, take some clothespins and put it around the screen so that no flies can get in it and I can actually dry it in the sun. But of course you need some hot sun to do it. So I'll put those back. So I like to be creative. So I'm going to take and blend up this noni. Actually, it's gotten real thick. I think I'm going to add a little more filtered water. So I got bottled water, filtered water. I bottled water, filtered water, and then I rely a lot on the water that's coming from the fruits and vegetables. Right, so I say use the best of what you have available. So I'm gonna let you in on a not so secret secret. Not so secret secret. It's something you might have heard before, but I'm gonna share it again. Guess what? Food is medicine. We say it all the time, but there's a disconnect. So check it. Can you imagine, like, if every meal that you put into your body is medicine? Like, what kind of that? And if it's delicious too, right? So you can see I will squeeze some turmeric in here. So this is the plant milk bag. And so one of these I did offer for our first giveaway for the Workout with Your Sister Challenge. Shout out to all the women folk that have been showing up Central America, 3 a.m., 5 a.m. in the States to work out. So we being bad about it, right? So that's the noni fruit. It's real thick. So I'm actually going to take this bag. And this is a really sturdy material, which is great. If you're interested in getting a plant milk bag, let me know. So I've used all kinds of nut milk bags, but this one is really good because of the material that it's made out of. Right? So you can get a really nice smooth texture. So I can use it for sprouting. I can also use it for milks or even cheeses, right? Plant cheeses, and I'm not using casein, right? A lot of times the cheeses that you get out of the store, hopefully, they charge you an arm and a leg for this stuff. If you read the ingredients, and I've read some that say vegan, and they got all kinds of stuff. They got casein in it. Casein is the protein coming from out the cow's stomach. So I'm not demonizing people's food choices. Do you? But I'm just, I like to focus more than just the label on the behavior, right? And be peaceful. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to squeeze the noni fruit into here. Woo! It's like a fruity cheesy smell. But this, again, is a really good probiotic. And so I can milk the bag, right? Instead of squeezing a cow, leave them with their milk for their babies. All right, my milk, when I have milk, for my baby. And the cow's milk is for their babies. You see that juice is coming down here? You see that? So now I can use this as a base. I can mix this with a little fruit if I want. This stuff is so expensive in the States, so I'm very fortunate to have this available to me. So some people might think this is a lot of time. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. I actually like to relax when I'm in the food prep area making my food, It's like a meditation. Sometimes I'll put some relaxing music on, or I'll be dancing around with some soul music, or I'm just listening to the birds. There's an owl out in my yard. Actually, the other day, my sister and I spotted a little owl out over where we're growing some melon. We actually got some nice cantaloupe, watermelon, and squash coming up in the garden. So at some point, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. So you can see what we're doing. So I actually blended this up with the seeds. I have a little bit more Noni in there. Let me get all of that good juice. So one of the nice things that's about using this plant milk bag as opposed to the produce bag, I've gotten some really nice cotton muslin, or if you use a cheesecloth, the holes can be very big in there and it lets out a lot of the sediment. So then your milks may not taste as smooth, and the textures of your food can make a big difference in your enjoyment. Right? So I'm milking the plant milk bag. Now some things that don't have as much pulp probably go through a little quicker. Probably used to go in there. Right, so I want all of it. So this is my Noni fruit juice. And it has it smells like a fruity cheese. All right, so another little bowl of put this in. I'll drip it all over the place. So I still have enough to make another batch. I'm gonna put this over here so it's not dripping. And I've got a lot of nice Noni fruit. So I can put this in a jar. I don't have to use the whole amount of it at one time. But now this is just a pure Noni fruit juice. So I don't know if you can see that. And when you think of like how much you're paying for like little elixirs and stuff like this, they charge me an arm and 4 legs. Woo! It's distinct. It's very, very potent. So I got a whole nice jar, and it came off of somebody's tree. So that's good energy. Of a beautiful sister friend. She's a beautiful spirit. So that's good energy. So I can put this right in the refrigerator. Right? I can blend this. And so then if I want the Noni fruit juice now, and I can mix it either with a nut milk, or I can blend it with some fruit. So the papayas that we just got from the tree, those are not ripe yet. We're going to let those ripen, and I'll see what I'm going to mix with the Noni fruit. And then maybe I'll post it over on Facebook, right? So not Facebook, what do you call it? Instagram. Where I land a lot of stuff from the garden, Body-Culinary on Instagram. I'll post stuff that we're doing over in the garden, as well as in the food prep area, right? So being that I'm not using a whole bunch of grease and oil and stuff like that, I don't really have much to clean, right? I do like to clean as I go, but I don't have a lot to clean. So I know my sister's probably going to want something, so I could take and make some juice with the Noni fruit. Should I make juice or should I make a wrap? I think I'll make a juice real quick. So let's get some water from the filter, from the bottle or filter. Now keep in mind, I don't use sweetener, which is amazing because one time I could not drink a cup of tea unless it was scalding hot. You know, your taste buds will change over the years. So I can drink sun tea now. One time I couldn't drink things without agave nectar or maple syrup, you know, which is very, very expensive. And if you're very sensitive with your blood sugar, that can be extra calories. But it's amazing to me now, I don't need any of that stuff to sweeten things. So I can have food room temperature. Sometimes I have stuff chilled if I'm sharing it with other people. So I have a little bit of frozen banana. And I have some of this banana. Maybe I use the frozen, I use for another recipe. So I'm going to take some of the Noni fruit juice, and I'm going to put that in there. So it's potent. And that's like a whole Probiotic, right? How much are folks paying for probiotics over in the health food store? $30, $40. Hold on, let me get some frozen bananas. Also have some frozen mulberries. So bananas you can get very inexpensively. I would say bananas are a superfood, right? And they're very inexpensive. And I will use bananas in a second instead of sweetener, because you just don't need it. You don't need it. I don't have to ice cold, but I can drink it room temperature or chill. My sister likes it cold. So I'm gonna put something else in here. I think I'm gonna put a little cardamom. I'm gonna put a little cardamom spice in here. Yeah. So this is the cardamom. Usually I have the whole pod, and I'll crack it open. But these have already been taken out of the pod, right? So cardamom is like a distinct spice flavor that you'll find in chai. So if you like chai tea, get a little bit of the chai flavor. I'm gonna blend that up. You don't want to overblend, because if you overblend in the Vitamix, you're gonna have a hot drink. So I gotta make this on my cistern. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna give people a nice glass. Where is it? So sample it first. Then you spoon again. Like a little bit sweeter. So I'm not putting any dairy. It doesn't need any sweeteners. It doesn't need any of that stuff. So there's your Noni fruit juice / milk. So if I wanted to, I can put a base of well, I don't have a taste for almond milk. Everybody's always drinking almond milk, but I like sesame milk, sunflower milk. Big on making coconut cream and coconut milk. Ooh, that would have been nice in here too. So I'm gonna share this with my sister. Maybe I'll make another one. For me and one for her. Out of this glass. Gotta have your favorite glasses. So this is from the Noni fruit. Simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. That's hers. This is mine. That's nice, especially with the cardamom in there. Listen, we be overcomplicating things. We're overcomplicating. Grandmas have it right. This is why I love grandmas. I'm here. I like to say I'm reactivating in my own simple way the ways of the mothers and the grandmothers. This is beauty food. It's food that's peaceful. Nobody's screaming, hollering, crying for their mothers that are being slaughtered. It's not leaving any waste on your waist. It's not leaving any waste in your arteries. It's putting good bacteria in your gut. And if you enjoy it, if your satisfaction quotient is up here, then it becomes like a no-brainer. I don't have to use a whole lot of dishwashing liquid. And these are superfood ingredients. This stuff is Mother Nature is going to give you something, whatever environment you're in, whether you're in the north or in the tropical region. Mother Nature is going to give you something to eat. Mother Nature is going to give you a treat. And Mother Nature is going to give you something to clean you out. So I'm going to get out of here. I just want to come on and share that Noni fruit juice with you. Create a great day on purpose. Subscribe to the channel if you like. Feel free. I got Noni fruit juice on my mouth. Feel free to share with somebody you think might benefit. Follow on social media. For all the gems I'm dropping and sharing. And create a great day on purpose. See you soon.